United States Congress, Congresswoman Tammy Duckworth.
Hey everyone, good to see everyone. I've got to give a shout out for those of you who don't know who all these great people in the blue hats are. This is the Chinese Mutual Aid Society folks. Way to go, guys. Thanks for coming down. Little known fact, the Asian Americans are the fastest growing population in the United States by percentage. They are also the population that turned out at over 80% for President Obama in 2012. We can do it. So, my opponent, Mark Kirk, was a no-show at the state fair this year. And I don't blame him, seeing how his chief of staff is the new governor's chief of staff. His team is the governor's team. He may want to distance himself from a governor who is not doing right by working families across this great state. And let me tell you who those working families are. A lot of them are union families. A lot of them are members of labor. And I will stand shoulder to shoulder with our friends and our family members in labor, because you are the ones who made the middle class in this great nation. So who are members of labor? Well, it's the nurse that helped deliver your baby when she was born in the hospital. It is a public school teacher who educate your children in our great public schools. Why would we want to cut funding for our public schools? Why would we want to shut them down, as opposed to investing in our great public school teachers so that they have the resources to do what they need to do to take care of our kids and help educate the next generation? Members of labor are the ones who repair our roads, who help build our homes, who bring us our mail, and at the end of our lives, they're the folks who are there as the nurses' aides in the retirement homes to help take care of us, and especially in the 4 Illinois Veterans Home, our great heroes of this state, the veterans of Illinois. That's who labor is. And I cannot believe that this governor would go after, well, I can, because he's never had the interests of the working families in this country and in this state at the forefront. He's about giving cuts and breaks to the large corporations, just like Mark Kirk. When I travel the great state of Illinois, at no point do I have someone coming up to me and saying, Tammy, I hate my Medicare. Could you please get rid of it for me? Because it's just, it's not doing enough for me. Well, you know what? Mark Kirk, time and again, has voted to end Medicare as we know it. I've never had someone come up to me and say, Tammy, $10.10 an hour, that's just too much money. That's $22,000 a year. Can you cut my pay and make sure you give the breaks to the large corporations? Because that's just way too much money. I don't know what to do with $22,000 a year. Well, let me tell you what. If you have a question as to where the priority should be, go to Bloomington, Illinois, because I was just there, and talk to them about that Mitsubishi plant, where after decades of getting tax credits and tax holidays and subsidies, after all, moving their factory overseas and abandoning all of those good, hardworking American Illinoisans who spent decades helping them become a productive and profitable company. And you know what? They're not offering to give those tax dollars back to the people of Bloomington. We can do better. We can certainly do better than Mark Kirk, someone who's voted party line time and again. I'm going to close by saying this. I hope you will get out there and work hard, not just for me, but everyone up and down the ticket. We've got a tough election fight in 2016. There are great Democrats all across this great state, but I am the right person to go up against Mark Kirk, and I will take him down. Thanks, everyone.